Hello! I've spent a couple days now fighting off a vile case of norovirus, but I'm back in the seat and I'm ready to party. So, I didn't want to make an insanely long video today, but one that sort of popped into my head recently and that I think is a very good idea. Because if you're somebody who has a bunch of guitars, there is a product that I feel like you may be overlooking that you shouldn't be. Little bit of backstory. I was recently in Prague, and I was hanging out with my friends over at Henry's Music. Henry's Music make that piano over there. They make a bunch of guitars. I have a few of their guitars. They make accessories. Regardless, I was over there. I was out for lunch with Henry's. They showed me around their music store in Prague. It was a great time. And at some point, they handed me one of these boxes. Now, I know what you're thinking. This video isn't an ad or anything. Just bear with me for a second. So this is their new line of guitar care products called Henry's Guitar Barber. Clever joke because the whole line of maintenance tools and products is sort of designed to look like hair care products. Haha, funny. It's a nice all-in-one, like all-rounder package to take care of your guitars with. And one of the things that comes in the Henry's Guitar Barber kit is more important to me than the others, and I felt like sort of warranted a little quick video. So in here are three things: a body conditioner polish thing, a fretboard conditioner polish thing, and a bottle of this string cleaner. I have many guitars, more than most, fewer than some, but I've lost count at this point. I really should go through and count all of them. It's more than 40 at this point. It's a lot. And the thing about having a lot of guitars is the more of them you have, the more often you find yourself hunched over a desk doing maintenance on one of them. And one of my least favorite things to do is change strings on a guitar. I just don't like doing it. It is boring and it's tedious and it's stupid. Now, since switching from Ernie Ball to D'Addario XS strings, that has become much less of an issue because they corrode a lot less quick, and therefore I have to do that a lot less. I still do not enjoy doing it, and it's also expensive. Now, personally, yes, D'Addario kind of sends me a care package occasionally with a bunch of strings in it, but I do not neglect the fact that one of those strings is worth roughly €14 on Thomann, and €14 times like 40 guitars that I have over there, even if they're not all played equally much, the strings do still corrode just because they're exposed to air. 14 times 40 is a lot. And so string cleaner is a thing that I feel like a lot of players do not think about using, do not use, and therefore are wasting money buying more strings than they need to be. Because strings are a consumable product, right? You put them on, and then you play them until they're either so corroded that they kind of sound dull, or until they just break, whatever. And so it doesn't occur to a lot of players to clean the strings after heavy use, because I imagine in a lot of people's heads, that's comparable to putting a paper plate in the dishwasher. It's going in the bin and being replaced anyway. Why would I do that? But you know how drastically you can increase the lifespan of a set of guitar strings by just hitting it with a couple spritzes of this stuff and wiping them down after like a heavy playing session, whether or not you're like on tour or you're just sweating in your bedroom? You clean the guitar body because you sweat all over it while playing, right? Like the place where your arm from the picking hand rests is gonna get crusty and shit, and so is the bridge because you're sweating on it. So logically, that sweat is also getting on the strings. But people don't think about that. Lots of people do, of course, and string cleaner isn't necessarily revolutionary, it does exist, but I personally don't know a single player who has any. And the market for string cleaner is a little bit strange to me. I used to use Ernie Ball Wonder Wipes a lot, because those are technically great, but they are individually wrapped wet wipes, meaning you use a whole bunch of plastic every single time, which I fucking hate. But also, it's like €1 per wipe, and they are pretty much single use, maybe dual use, I'll give them that. You can wipe down maybe 2 guitars worth of strings with one until it's so crusty you have to throw it away. There is also a product by GHS called Fast Fret, but that never was the best product to begin with, and in recent years they made the applicator even worse somehow. So now that product is entirely off the table for me. I've bought it, I hate it, I put it in the bin, I never want to see Fast Fret again. If you're a Fast Fret user and you've been using it for years, you'll know what I mean, because they changed the applicator and it's no longer as good as it was. And so really your best option is 1 or 2 rolls of toilet paper and some liquid string cleaner in a spray bottle. The rest of the stuff in here is cool too, by the way. I don't want to discredit that or anything. It's just that, you know, I have fretboard conditioner, I have body polish. I will be using these instead in the future, but that is only because, hold on. This bottle I got at some point from Deandria. Smells like shit. I bought this years ago on Thomann, I think, for a couple of bucks. And I was like, yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. And it is fine as in its cleaning properties, but I hate how it smells, and I'm just still using it because what am I gonna do? Pour it down the drain? I don't want to waste it. But it sucks. I hate it. I find the Henry's one smells a lot nicer, specifically because it's not trying to mimic some sort of smell like coconut or lemon. Just smells like a cleaning product. I get comments pretty much every time I mention that my preferred guitar strings are D'Addario XS, because of the price. Because yeah, this is like $14.50 a set on Thomann, same on Sweetwater. That is a lot of money to spend on a set of strings, I understand, especially when the Ernie Ball Super Slinkies are right there tempting you at a price point of $5.50. I spent years using Ernie Ball, and I spent years changing Ernie Ball strings every couple of weeks, and there are guitars that I haven't changed strings on since I started using these, because they just still feel fine. So why waste a set of strings if they still feel and sound good, right? The cue to change the strings is either visually rust, or just them sounding dull or not feeling great anymore. If that doesn't happen, don't fix it. But if you're the kind of person to complain about the price of one of these sets of strings and you don't have a bottle of string cleaner at home yet, then you're the idiot. Because you need this to extend the life of this to justify paying the price if it's not justified to you yet in the first place. So, there is a link in the description to buy the Henry's Barber kit, because this comes as a kit of 3, with this in it. That link is an affiliate link. I make like a 4.5% to 5% commission, I'm not entirely sure. In the pinned comment in the description, the little on-the-go toolkit that Henry's offers from the Barber series is also linked somewhere down there, but it's kind of just in the list of stuff that I genuinely use every single day. Like there's a list of the things that I use daily, because I just kind of wanted to have that down there in every video, like the stuff that I use off camera every single day that you don't see me use really, but that is always running behind the scenes. But the first link at the top of the description is for these spray bottles with stuff like the string cleaner. This isn't a sponsored video. Henry's don't know I'm making this video. In fact, as of recording this right now, the stuff is out of stock, so I don't actually know when I'm going to upload it, because I don't want to upload it and then you want to go and buy one and you can't. So I don't know how long I'm going to have to wait to upload this, but Henry's don't know I'm doing this. They obviously haven't asked me to do this at all. I'm not receiving a penny besides the eventual commissions when some of you do buy this stuff. But you know, this is just an honest product. I'm not trying to push some bullshit on you. It's a cleaning product, and it's one that you may not have yet. Everybody has some Dunlop lemon oil. Everybody has some sort of paste or bullshit liquid to put on the body of the guitar when you sweat all over it. Not everybody has string cleaner, and you need some. Yes, this was a I don't know how many minute video on string cleaning liquid, but you watched it. So if you did watch it until right here, thank you so much. I'm not gonna manually put any mid-roll ads in it, because that would be exploiting your good nature. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. I'm gonna go restring a few guitars now, actually. I have been putting that off. I do need to go do that. Good night.